Got a special video idea today. We're going to do 0 rubies to 10,000 rubies, and I'm going to record everything. Probably going to be skipping through a bunch of it, but we're just going to see how long it actually takes of gameplay to get to around 10,000 rubies. Now, please recall that this is kind of dependent on how many fortresses you're able to be online for, what the events actually are, so we're really just going to be calculating gameplay alongside, what comes and goes, and I'm going to try to record as much as I can. First thing we actually have to do, though, is get rid of the current rubies I have, because I have 2,000 rubies. Can't really do 0 to 10,000 if I already have some, so. There we go. We are officially at 0 rubies, guys. So what is the best practice to start with? Well, there's so many different ways to earn rubies. First of all, I could hit robber baron castles. Robber baron castles give small amounts, maybe 10 to 15 or upwards of maybe 30 rubies max. Next, we have fortresses. So as you can see here, I recommend you do this. If you click on your bookmarked places at the top of your screen, you can bookmark as many as you want. And by as many as you want, I mean 50. You can only get 50. It would be cool if they added a feature where you can actually extend this with rubies, because in the longer play of the game, all you do is scroll through a bunch of different fortresses, so it would be cool to have more bookmarks available. But like I said, so I bookmarked a ton of them that are closer to my outer castles, and we scroll through. Oh, look at that. We see a desert fortress available. I actually don't even I don't espionage them. I just autofill troops so I can get there as fast as actually possible. So we see 9 minutes. I just autofill and send. I don't really care about ruby troops. They mean nothing to me. But that can be an easy amount of rubies right there. Then we keep clicking through. See, I'm just spam clicking right now. It's hard to tell, but I am. And then, nope, no dragons. Gray means there's no more I can scroll. So one option is this. And then we can head over. I can also attack desert towers. It's up to you, like I said, if you're going to espionage or do anything with them. But personally, I think it's a good idea to espionage at least the outer ones, because they can be a little bit bigger of a fight. But if you do have ruby troops are kind of useless at my level, so I personally just click autofill and send them all out. And then even mead troops are going to do super well against these mid-grade robber barons. This is Dutch Isle from the future. I came back, and when I was looking through the video, I don't really give a disclosure or a warning that we're about to jump into a time lapse, but here we are, yeah. So I'm not going to put any audio, aside from background audio, into the next portion of the video. I just want you to see the entire time lapse. And if it looks like my rubies are jumping up from one clip to another, that's probably because I don't usually record long enough for all of my troops to return with rubies. Because the reality is that I'm not going to add another 15 minutes of content if all I'm doing is actually waiting for a fortress to come back and waiting for my troops to come back with actual rewards. So I hope you enjoyed the next portion of this video. This was a lot of fun to make, to be honest, and yeah, wait till the end to see the actual results. Obviously, I'm going to get to 10,000 rubies, but it's more so to actually see how long it takes me to get there, and just a little bit of other information along the way. We're going to do the Wheel of Fortune to get some rubies. We're going to do other methods. Sadly, there is no Berimond, so I think I talk on that later on, but if I had Berimond here, or outer Berimond that is, I'd be able to get rubies a lot easier. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Hey guys, we just finished the 0 rubies to 10,000 rubies challenge that I gave myself. I hope this made for some decent content. Yeah, I know it's 9,800 right now, but if you give it just a minute and a half, it's gonna be 370 more rubies, which obviously is more than 10,000. I hope this was interesting. There's a lot easier ways to actually do this. For example, I think that I discredited a little bit of myself by not using the fortune teller sooner. Oh, looks like fortune teller have it again. I didn't use the fortune teller as much. I also didn't use the wheel of fortune until about halfway through the challenge because I realized that, you know, I don't play this game actively enough to actually be hopping on. But in all reality, even if I didn't use any of these options, it's not that hard to get rubies. It really just comes down to marking off a ton of dragons, a ton of fortresses in general, and then just hitting the robber barons around you. It really isn't that hard. And especially once you get them leveled up, I have one that's level 74. Once you get them leveled up, you can even be making 20 rubies per hit. I'm just putting it out there that it's not that hard to get rubies in this game. It just requires a little bit of sweating and a little bit of grinding here and there. Not to mention, I didn't do Berimond. If you do Berimond, the version that's out here, I don't know what that version's called. It's just not the Berimond in the green. That's how I know it. If you do the original Berimond event, attacking the watchtower actually gives you a ton of resources and a ton of rubies is what I meant to say. That's just a great way to get rubies in general if you're grinding them out. I think it gives you about 20 per hit, and if you just send a bunch of ruby troops over there, it's not like you need the ruby troops. You can get about 20 per hit and grind out 1,000, 10,000 rubies within a couple of days. And it didn't take that long actually to get to 10,000 rubies. And oh yeah, looks like we hit it. That's 10,000 ruby, guys. I will tell you, I will come back and maybe put it on the screen how long it actually took, how much gameplay it took to get this many rubies. And take it with a grain of salt, like I said, it really is random, it really is hit or miss. You never know when you're going to hit jackpots in the Wheel of Fortune, you never know how many rubies that you're going to get from robber barons. You do know how many rubies you're going to get from fortresses. So just keep that all in mind when you're playing this game. And yeah, I hope you took something away from this. Let me know if you want to see any other type of videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate the time you spent watching this video and looking forward to making some more. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.